How's it going, everybody? Rob here, back with another video, and you know what? We're doing another reaction, this time focusing on some content from the Act-Man. And this is titled, The Painful Death of Xbox. There's another video I want to react to, but I feel like if I do that, I'm going to have to do it in parts. But we will see. For now, we're going to focus on this one. Actually, if anything, I might still do that, but again, progressively go through each part, or record all of it at once and then just cut it and re-edit it. But well, anyway, we'll see. But anyways, this is The Painful Death of the Xbox. Here we go.
Just 1 year ago, I made a video called The Never-Ending Decline of Xbox, which was a follow-up to The Decline of Xbox. What could have possibly happened in the last year to warrant a third entry in this franchise?
I killed them. I killed them all. They're dead. And the children, too.
Well, what am I supposed to title this? What's longer than never-ending? Eternal? The Everlasting Decline? I'm running out of names.
Alright, redo this. Freaking A. Okay. How's it going, everybody? Rob here, back with another video, and you know what? We are going to be doing another reaction. This time focusing on some content from the Act-Man. This video is titled The Painful Death of Xbox. Now, I know that there was an interview that he did about the Stop Killing Games thing, and that was like almost, I think, like 2 hours long. I want to react to that eventually, but not now. For now, we're going to focus on something a little bit smaller. This is The Painful Death of YouTube, or not YouTube. Why did I say YouTube? I meant Xbox. It's Xbox. Anyways, let's go ahead and just get right into this.
Just 1 year ago, I made a video called The Never-Ending Decline of Xbox.
Yes, he did.
Which was a follow-up to The Decline of Xbox. What could have possibly happened in the last year?
He did do that too.
To
I just had a
third
spit take.
entry in this franchise?
I killed them. I killed them.
Okay. Microsoft laying off about 9,000 employees. They did do that. They did do that. Oh, shit. Yeah, that's right. They did end up doing that.
Oh, they're dead. And the children, too.
Well, what am I supposed to title this? What's longer than never-ending?
Dead.
Eternal? The Everlasting Decline? I'm running out of names over here, because it's time for another episode in the series that never ends, a world where nothing is solved.
This is a world where nothing is solved.
You see,
Yeah.
last year Microsoft closed Kenko Gameworks, the creators of Hi-Fi Rush, a critically acclaimed action beat-em-up rhythm title.
Seriously?
That was one of the most unique games Xbox had put out in years.
Yeah.
It was a huge controversy because it showed that it doesn't matter to Microsoft how good of a video game you make, they'll knock your fucking teeth in and kick you to the curb.
That's so fucking... What? I mean, it looked cool. I mean, down the line, I actually wanted to play it. But, gosh, damn. What assholes.
Congratulations, sir! You have just given me my $1 million!
Yeah.
Great. What do I win?
Nothing! Now get out!
What?
Get the fuck out!
Around that time, Microsoft also
Get the
laid off
fuck
a
out.
ton of other staff across their Xbox divisions and shut down 3 other studios. Now, you'd think today I'd be celebrating my newfound powers of foresight in being able to predict that this would happen again. Personally, I'm actually a huge fan of unemployment and outsourcing jobs to AI pig slop. Please,
Oh,
more AI
God.
slop. Let me keep consuming. You'd think I'd be searching my ancestry history to see if I'm related to Nostradamus. But the truth is, anyone could have predicted what Microsoft and Xbox have just done. What is that, you
What did they
ask?
do?
Well, let's just say, cancel culture's making a comeback. Microsoft
Oh,
just
God.
canceled so many games, it's gonna make the fucking head spin. Games
Why?
from Rare, ZeniMax, The Initiative.
Perfect Dark, Everwild. I think we talked about Everwild in a previous episode of our podcast. Good lord.
Layoffs have hit Raven Software, like Call of Duty? Sledgehammer?
No!
How many people did they just lay off?
Over 9,000! What, 9,000?
I don't know about you, man, but I think Microsoft earned that DBZ reference. And,
Yeah.
and this comes at the most inopportune time. Like, it's the worst look for Microsoft right now. I would be more angry if it wasn't so fucking funny. All these layoffs, studio shutdowns, game cancellations come right as the Stop Killing Games initiative has seen widespread universal support from basically every single gamer on the planet.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I need to talk about that eventually, which, again, I want to do the interview, because I'll probably follow this up with the interview from the Actman and discussing the Stop Killing Games thing. Which, from what I have, because I haven't had the time to look at it, but from what I can gather, it's focusing on the gross manipulation and overuse of only online functional games, and in a sense robbing customers of money with said games, or at least as far as again, somebody correct me. I like I said, I'm limited on the information. I do know that it is mainly focusing on online focused or always online games. So please let me know what your guys' thoughts are. Love to hear it. And eventually, when I get an opportunity to actually do like more content on this, I will, you know, if anything, mention your guys' comments so that, and have a little bit more research on it. So anyway, here, let's continue.
Every single gaming content creator, journalist, developer, and publication. Literally just a week ago, I had this bit. Hi there, I'm a soulless corporate CEO. Yes, this includes your precious video games. We're gonna keep killing them, and there's not a goddamn thing you can do about it. Remarkable how well this has aged in just a week. Just to put this in perspective, okay? They laid off over 9,000 people. That's more than the entire staff currently working at Nintendo.
God damn.
What are you doing? What is going on in your mind?
Well, why don't we check in on Nintendo? They got to be doing something wrong, right? To counter rising development costs, Nintendo is going to explore making games with shorter development cycles. What? They're also making investments in their development teams to preserve the way they've always made games.
I don't believe it!
This isn't possible. You're supposed to fire people and get rid of them once they've served their purpose. What do you mean you're not firing 9,000 people to save money and make quarterly profits look better for shareholders?
I think the one controversy that, if they haven't changed it already, again, as I'm recording this, I think the one controversy that Nintendo has right now is what's going on in Brazil, where you have people that are spending exuberant amounts of money on the Switch 2, and when something goes wrong, or they mod it, or they, I guess in some cases, they use a cartridge that is similar to another person using a cartridge, they're like, overall their consoles get bricked and no longer function. So spending, again, an exuberant amount of money to even get these get these consoles. I'm not calling them stupid because they actually are looking really nice, but they spend an exuberant amount of money to buy a console only for them to be useless. And again, the costs over there in, you know, areas like Brazil are way over the top.
Invest in teams? Like people? Human beings? Those things are obsolete. We have robots now. We have robots. Goodbye, humans. Goodbye, your life doesn't matter anymore.
Your life is nothing. You serve zero purpose.
Oh my
What
god.
the heck, Nintendo? You're not allowed to release a new Donkey Kong 3D platformer? That genre's supposed to be dead. We tried
I
to kill it
kinda
when
wanna
we
play
acquired
that.
Banjo-Kazooie. Mom, he's cheating. Nintendo's cheating again. It is an absolute bloodbath over at Xbox. And with that,
Let's get to the kills.
okay, you remember when I did that Best of Games 2024 video, and like each month we had a little layoff counter? Bro, get this. Microsoft has collectively laid off over 15,000 employees since May of 2025. In 2 months, They've laid off more people just at Microsoft
Jesus
than the
Christ.
entire video game industry did in 2024. They're going for the record. Has Xbox considered laying one person off instead of thousands?
True.
Preach! Fellas, I think it's time to face facts. Phil Spencer, he might be the bad guy.
Phil Spencer needs to go.
Excellent work, Sledgehammer. The shareholders will be pleased.
Profit margins are my responsibility.
Was your responsibility. Now it is mine. A bloody fate awaits you and the rest of your incompetent teams. And I, Phil Spencer, chieftain of the layoffs, will send you to it.
And Satya learns of this. He will take your head.
When he learns. Fool. He ordered me to do it.
Good lord. That's
At least
great.
5 employees were laid off. The mood at Halo Studios is
Okay, hold on. Rebs Gaming. Here's more information from, Engadget, who spoke to the Halo Studios developer. Okay, at least 5 employees were laid off. They received an invite to a meeting with organization leaders. And 2 very long hours later, the team calls began. The mood at the studio was tense, especially when it comes to one project that was recently in crisis, according to the developer. I don't think anybody is really happy about the quality of the product right now. They said there's been a lot of tension and pep talks trying to rally folks to ship since 2023. There's been a general shift toward working with contracted studios rather than individual contractors in the United States and Europe to speed up Halo production. Wait, are we getting a Halo? Developer says Microsoft is trying their damnedest to replace as many jobs as they can with AI agents. No, don't fucking do that.
tense, especially when it comes to one project that was recently in crisis. Can't have shit in Delta Halo. A new Halo game in crisis?
I don't believe it!
That wasn't supposed to happen.
Since 2023, there's been a general shift towards working with contracted studios rather than individual contractors to speed up Halo production. Developer says Microsoft is trying their damnedest to replace as many jobs as they can with AI agents. I told you this was going to happen. Reference to a lot
Good
of
lord.
videos. I made one about how AI is going to ruin video games.
It
I told
is.
you, I tried to warn you.
I warned you, but did you listen to me? Oh, no, you know.
But suffice to say, the core reason for
Nice,
all of these studio
Holy Grail
shutdowns, game
reference.
cancellations, and layoffs, just keep this in the back of your head. This is all because of a massive $80 billion investment in AI. They gotta scrape together that money somehow, and it sure as shit ain't coming from the CEO's paycheck. God bless your hearts, Toru Iwata. Yeah, this new Halo Studios that was just created last year hasn't had time to release a single game yet. They're laying people off already, man. I mean, bravo, great sign. Good job, Microsoft. Remember Halo? You guys remember Halo? Man, the killer app for the Xbox. They don't make appetizers no more. What the fuck are we doing out here? How is this studio already being mismanaged by Microsoft? They need to make cuts. This is, and like 4 months ago, Halo Studios posted that they were hiring. Gee, I bet you're gonna get some real top-level talent when your working conditions are so catastrophically volatile. Hey, remember how relying on contracted work for developing Halo Infinite? Remember how that went? They didn't launch the game with a Slayer playlist. Remember that? Remember that? It's almost like if you kick people out the door every 2 years and you rely on contracted work so you don't have to pay them, health benefits and all that. It's almost like that really fucks up the whole process of making a game because nobody is there from start to finish. And you got a bunch of people coming in with like hand-me-down code. Anyways, I've already bitched about Halo, but that's a common theme here. Games failing to live up to expectations and deliver on promises while under Xbox and Microsoft.
For
Yeah,
FPS
true.
Going out forward, we will always have split screen going forward.
Video games are entertainment and they're art. And Microsoft develops entertainment like it's software. And that's the key misunderstanding. Code in and of itself is not entertainment. It's what that code creates and who creates it. I guess I didn't realize there were enough developers to lay off at Halo Studios after the last round of cuts. Yes, this is the second time they've cut. They don't give a fuck about Halo, bro. I'm just gonna say it. Somebody buy Halo from Microsoft, alright? I don't care if this has been the staple go-to Xbox franchise
That
all this
would
time.
be-
Somebody fucking buy Halo.
You know, I have a feeling, this is just me, but you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if Halo was actually the next game to go. To be moved over to like PlayStation and shit. I mean, hell, you know what? I want anybody who ever watches my content when I'm reacting to stuff like this, I have to know, in your personal opinion, for those who watch my content, who watch me doing these videos, I have a personal question for you guys. Do you feel that with current state of Microsoft, do you think Halo would thrive if it was transitioned or moved to Sony and PlayStation? I think that's an important question, because I feel like either that or like developers for just PC. That would, I want to say, like, if it moved away from Xbox, moved away from Microsoft, got new developers from, you know, from those areas, I would have to guess there might be a little bit more love to the project than what we're currently getting.
Well, somebody buy it. Get it away. Rip it from the soulless, dead, decaying hands of Microsoft. This company fucking sucks. I'm crashing out today. I'm crashing out, ladies and gentlemen. Because we're not even at the shaft of the iceberg, just the tip. Hey, you guys remember Rareware? Man, those were some good times. 2 decades ago. So Rare had been working on this third-person adventure game called Everwild for about 10 years in development. They started working on this in 2014. I had even posted a video to YouTube back then. To be fair, that's a ridiculous amount of time to be working on a game and have next to nothing to show for it. Except a couple trailers released 5 years into development. I'd say canceling Everwild at this point, probably the right call. But it was probably the best call to cancel it like maybe 8 years ago. Where is Xbox leadership pushing these teams to get something done? What is the philosophy? How does this pipeline work? It clearly doesn't. Maybe it's Rareware leadership. Oh, you mean like Greg Mayles? The most senior designer at Rare, who has been there for 35 years? He joined the team since motherfucking Battletoads? You want to put the blame on that guy? I don't think so. Thank you for your contributions, Greg. This fucking sucks. This signals to me that what last vestiges of a soul the core of Rareware had, whatever still remained after Microsoft bought them, it has finally been smothered and killed. Such is the fate of all who follow the path of Microsoft the Soul Destroyer.
More souls.
More souls.
Somehow it gets worse. Forza Motorsport is no more, claims former Turn 10 employee following Microsoft cuts. Though the Horizon series will continue. Turn 10 Studios has shuttered the Forza Motorsport space, and the team is no more. Dude, not even Forza is safe. We are driving on unpaved, rocky ground right now. A very sad day for one of the best car racing video games. I loved my time there. Nope, you're laid off. You're laid off. Nope, you're done. You're good. Go. No, you're deported. Bro, look at this guy's profile picture. It's him playing Forza. Thank goodness we're shedding this top-tier, highly passionate talent. Man, who gives a fuck about that guy, right? Look at him. He likes cars. What a jackass. This also from Satya Nadella. New games, new hardware, and new ways to play. As Xbox turns 25 next year, the future of gaming is just getting started.
No, it's not.
Right, folks. We're just getting started laying people off
for Xbox.
All of our projects in development. Fuck you, by the way. I'm Satya Nadella, and I hope you fucking die. Make sure to continue to support the Xbox brand. Over 70 people were laid off. Literally half of the team at Turn 10. So they basically killed the motorsport side of Forza. It's all Horizon from here on out. You hear that, racing fans? No more competition. And as we all know, lack of competition makes for the best products. Yes, you could say Gran Turismo finally won the race. Okay, that one was pretty bad. This seems to be another common trend. Xbox seemingly transitioning away from making games in areas where it used to be competitive with PlayStation and Sony, perhaps embracing a publisher role.
Obviously, as one of the founding members of the Xbox team, I'm not pleased with where things are today. I don't love watching all of the value that I helped create slowly get eroded away. I'm sad because from my perspective, it looks like Xbox has no desire or literally can't ship hardware anymore. So this partnership is about a slow exit from the hardware business completely. Personally, I think Xbox hardware is dead.
I'd like to draw the court's attention to this wonderful comment. Sometimes I wonder whether it was Microsoft that acquired Activision Blizzard or AB acquired Microsoft. I wonder the very same.
True.
Well, thank you all for watching. Just kidding, that's not the end of the video. You thought it was over?
I was about to say, because we're like halfway in.
You're stupid.
We're not done. Not even close. Remember that studio Microsoft built from the ground up back in 2018? The one that was meant to show they were committed to building their own studios, not just acquiring others? Yeah, it was called The Initiative. It just shut down. Never released a single game. I hate to do it to you folks, but why didn't anybody take the initiative? Do you honestly expect me to believe that leadership across all of Microsoft's subsidiaries is just consistently having the exact same problem? Am I supposed to think that's just pure coincidence?
But as one trained in the Force,
not
you know
coincidence.
That true coincidences are rare.
Of course, along with this studio shutdown, the project they were working on was canceled too. A perfect dark reboot.
Oh god.
This one is also somewhat understandable, as the trailer I thought was pretty decent, but clearly something that needed quite a bit more work. And that's the thing. Sometimes projects need to be canceled. It's having the foresight to be able to do that so you don't waste 7 years of everyone's fucking life.
Yeah,
if the car isn't moving, stop flooring it, get out and push. Complete side note, I've been looking more into the troubled development of Halo 2, and what I learned is quite fascinating. That Bungie was actually working on a couple other projects at the time, but after the E3 demo, it became clear the game needed to be remade. And so, they shut down these other projects and pulled the team to help with Halo 2. One of these projects was described to be way ahead of its time. And sure, we can file that under the what could have been folder, but the important thing is that they got Halo 2 out the door. So this is an example of shutting down a project to allow another to move forward. You know what that's called? It's called the magic M word, management. We all know what happened with Halo 2. But you need hard deadlines sometimes. You need a guy in there to kind of be a dick and get the tracks rolling. Nobody is safe at Microsoft. That has become abundantly clear.
No, they're not.
Not even the big dick moneymakers, man. King, the creators of Candy Crush, just had 10% of their staff laid off.
Wait, why did that guy look like Hugh Jackman?
Seems like we're getting arbitrary percentages, isn't it? This is a head scratcher. I need 2 hands to scratch my noggin. It don't make no sense. This is a game that made over $1 billion in revenue last year.
Dear God.
1 billion. This is a game
$1
that makes $3 million a day.
Jesus Christ.
That's right, sir. Record-breaking profits. Well, this is fantastic news. The development teams behind this success, kill them. Kill their families. Bring the corpses of their children to my house so I can use their bones to make my world-famous infant soup. Even Sledgehammer got hit. Now, this to me is bizarre, because I've talked my shit about Sledgehammer games. I think they don't make the best Call of Duty games, but it doesn't matter what I think because they still make a shitload of money.
True.
Isn't that what matters more than anything else in this cold, cruel, lifeless business? Generating as many dollars as possible? So if even that's not enough to save you, what the fuck is? How much money?
Hold on. Can we... Hold on. Hold on. Are we not going to talk about the random, like, Beavis and Butthead character? On freaking Call of Duty? What the fuck? Hold on.
Dollars is possible? So
yeah.
Even that's not enough to save you. What the fuck is? How much money do you have to make to ensure job security? This is one of the most valuable companies in the world, and they're still penny pinching. It's still not enough. Just a little. It's like when Mr. Krabs sold SpongeBob's soul for 62 cents.
You think I could have gotten more?
Except instead of having a character arc, throwing a money on the ground and saying, I want SpongeBob, no, I'll take the 62 cents. Yeah, that sounds good to me.
He stuck up for you and you sold him out.
Mr. Krabs is not a parody or a hyperbolic, greedy asshole archetype. Mr. Krabs is the head of Microsoft. Doesn't matter how good your game is, doesn't matter how much money you make, doesn't matter how good of a fry cook you are. Satya will sell you out for 62 cents. That's what you're worth.
Jesus
now you can
Christ.
tell things are really bad when other notable developers are coming out and letting their voice be heard. This is Mike Ibarra, former president of Blizzard. I'll say that again. Former president of Blizzard, who says Xbox definitely wins the Lifetime Achievement Awards for laid-off employees over the last 10 to 20 years. Gee, well, if COD and Candy Crush are getting hit, I mean, at the very least, nothing else could surprise me, right?
That's
Romero
what you're
Games
saying.
is now completely closed following Microsoft's cuts, it's claimed.
Jesus!
This is the part where we all learned that John Romero, yes, the creator of Doom, Wolfenstein, and pretty much the whole concept of a first-person shooter, the creator of that, was working on a new first-person shooter. And pull the plug. This is the first we even heard about it. They haven't even announced it. Microsoft is probably just too good for their britches at this point. They acquire all these studios and they don't know how the fuck to manage all of them. An employee at Romero Games, speaking anonymously to GamesBeat, identified Microsoft as the publisher behind the canceled title. It's a very sad day. Romero Games fell victim to the Microsoft layoffs. This was the best team I've ever worked with and my dream job. Gone just like that. It was a great project and it's heartbreaking to see it end. It's nothing less than tragic. You can see in people's statements how Microsoft just sucks the life essence and soul out of everything they touch. They are talent poison. If you want your creativity to die, get acquired by Microsoft.
I think at this point, no company should ever allow themselves to be acquired by Microsoft. If you're a gaming company, don't do it. Stay out of it. It's a bad deal. People were saying this during the Activision stuff. Everyone that supported that was wrong completely. If we supported it, we were wrong. This was a big mistake.
Here's what John Romero said. Last night we learned that our publisher has canceled funding for our game, along with several other unannounced projects at other studios. This was a strategic decision made at a high level within the publisher, well above our visibility or control. We deeply wish there had been anything we could have done to prevent this outcome.
From where you're kneeling must seem like an 18-karat run of bad luck.
Bro, does this list ever end? Inside
Nope.
ZeniMax's canceled Xbox MMO, Project Blackbird.
What?
SR-71 offline, I guess. Apparently this was a brand new IP from the Elder Scrolls Online developers. Hey Phil, we've been supporting Elder Scrolls Online for about a decade now. Can we work on something else?
No.
Another common theme. Rareware? No. That's the Sea of Thieves developer. Raven Software? Call of Duty support team is the accurate term. ZeniMax?
Oh God.
Oh, the Elder Scrolls Online guys. This has got to be crippling for morality, because if you get a job at one of Microsoft's subsidiaries, you better love that fucking game, because that's all you're ever gonna work on. Blackbird was gonna have factions similar to the Dark Brotherhood, the Mages Guild. It sounds like a really fleshed out idea and world, part of a brand new IP. But MMOs are high risk, high reward. So it makes it all the more mind-boggling that we can have headlines like this. Xbox executives were blown away by an upcoming game. Then they canceled it. Blackbird had been in development since 2018. Yep, I'm noticing a pattern here.
But is one trained in the Force?
Apparently, the demo played by Microsoft
Good
executives
Lord.
was so fucking good that Phil couldn't stop playing it. They had to take the controller away from him so the meeting could continue. That's how good the game was.
Let me guess,
This comes from a comment
and
on
he still
NeoGaf,
canceled
so take
it?
with a grain of salt. That game had some of the best reactions from folks who played it as a playtest for an MP-focused title that I'd heard from in years. It takes an absolute truckload to have folks heap praise on a multiplayer playtest in modern times. This game would have been spectacular. Just a random fan comment or a disgruntled employee? I'll let you decide. Microsoft is like, man, we are so done making good video games, we don't even want to research them anymore. They made cuts to Xbox research. Xbox is shrinking its already depleted, limited, and severely underwhelming portfolio of games even further, to the detriment of customers, consumers, and fans. And the staff that make them. Company culture, and future prospects, all for the sake of what? Making quarterly profits look better than last quarter's? Because the arrow always has to go up. It has to go up as far as it possibly fucking can. It's so bad they even have to come out and say, guys, please, all our games are safe. From
No, they're
the
not.
last showcase? You know how dire things have to be to show off a game 2 months ago and say, no, wait, that one's not canceled. That one isn't canceled. I think that's fucking crazy. I might have to do a follow-up video on Phil Spencer's response alone, because this is already such a massive video, and maybe I just need to get to the finish line. We should try that, huh, Microsoft? Now, to close out this eternal decline of Xbox, the obvious question. Let's answer it. Why is this happening? Well, we could just leave it at greedy asshole corporation and call it a day.
I mean, they are
but
greedy.
let's dive a little deeper. Microsoft is making these recent cuts because they are all in on the AI race. Microsoft's recent cuts are more significant when seen as part of a broader pullback as big tech scrambles to reinvent its labor model, experts say.
What the fuck?
See, who needs people anymore? We're all replaceable by technology. Isn't that great? All this to help finance and fund the $80 billion push into AI infrastructure. I told you AI was going to start ruining video games, and look at what it's doing. They said it'd make game development more efficient. The only thing it's proven to be more efficient at is killing video games. Have all the money, buy all the developers, have all the talent, give them all the time, make zero games, fucking dies. What's this business strategy called? It hurts. It fucking hurts. And that is it for now, ladies and gentlemen. Stay tuned for a follow-up video to stop killing games, and I think we gotta separate Phil's response to all these layoffs and game cancellations and the further deterioration of Xbox. I think we gotta do that as its own video. Microsoft is dead set on this path. They're not turning away. They are going to burn up everything you once loved about Xbox, all to maximize profits and shareholder value. Consumers, customers don't matter. We can just replace them with robots too. There is no soul left at Microsoft. It's completely devoid of humanity, and it's feeling like that's the case at Xbox.
It feels like that.
It feels like Phil Spencer's only job is to fire people. Oh man, Microsoft and Xbox have been shit in the bed for as long as I can remember. This is just par for the course. We would live in a better world if Microsoft didn't own Xbox. And that is the never ever ending decline of Xbox. Thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. It was a real cheerful, upbeat one, wasn't it? But leave a like if you did. Don't forget to comment which favorite game that you are most excited to get canceled and ruined in the comments below. Alright everyone, that's all I got for today. This is the Act-Man signing out. Peace!
Okay. So that was that video. Good lord. Freaking A. like I knew the state. I knew partially the state of things, that how bad it was for Microsoft. But good God, so many companies being laid off, so many games that were in development that had to be canceled. It's clear that it's not. I mean, at this point, at least for Microsoft, they're not in the consumer's best interests. They want to just create, and basically, all they want to do is make money. Not, I mean, granted, I mean that's a big factor. So you got to make money on the games that you create, but at the same time, it's like they're doing the opposite. They don't want money, and they're doing. I want to say back in the day when the Xbox One, and some of the other had the freaking Xbox. I'm drawing a blank on what it's called. The Kinect, and a lot of times they wanted you to have the Kinect connected all the time. It's like, no, it was a piece of shit piece of hardware that nobody wanted. And overall, like, nobody cared for. So, but you spent that extra $1 because you wanted an Xbox, and, you know, unfortunately it came with it. So, over the years, Microsoft has made a variety of different, like, bad decisions in terms of their ethics and, you know, what they do for their company. And I will say, it sucks for the companies themselves that have, you know, tried to put so much time and energy in a lot of the games that they make, only for it to be shattered because, you know, a corporate douchebag. So, anyway, I think for now, I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. A great video from the Act Man. If you guys can, please like, comment, share, subscribe, all the good stuff. If you guys want to follow us on social media, it's all in the description down below, as well as check out our daily content and the weekly podcast. With that being said, this is Novakast signing off. Have a good one. Take care. And I'll see you guys next video.